Hey, babe. Please, could you help me pick up some tomatoes, toiletries, and just some groceries on your way back? My mom wants me to go get some, but I'm kind of busy with my assignment. My mom will reimburse you when you get here.
Tomatoes? Me? Groceries? Babe, that's not possible. Even your mom knows that.
Know what exactly?
How do I go to stand in some shop asking to buy tomatoes? Like, am I a girl or what?
Babe, it's just tomatoes and groceries.
My point exactly.
What do you mean by that?
Babe, it's not a man's place to do those kind of chores. I mean, me. Imagine. Tomatoes? Gosh. Fire.
Hello and welcome to the program Hot Button. Privilege is invisible to those who have it. We must live and let others live just as we want to live. And see one another just the way we want to be seen. So we can be universally generalizable. My name is Johnny, and with me on the program I have
Elizabeth Irinjora.
and
Zina Duru.
all right, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Good. On Hot Button, we talk about relationship and young people and how we have to deal with the issues that arise from relationships. And today, we want to look at gender entitlement. What is your opinion about gender entitlement?
Well, my opinion on gender entitlement, basically entitlement itself means having the privilege to some things in a
Okay.
relationship.
Yeah.
It could either be the man or the woman having a privilege to it. It could be having a privilege to love, trust, his care or her care, both ways.
Okay. All right, Zina, what's your opinion on gender entitlement?
Okay, my opinion on gender entitlement is I'll say that I'm in support of it only 40% because I feel in a relationship I am entitled to your care, to your pampering. As a woman though, I'm entitled to your care, to your pampering, to your love, to the affection, to your time
Okay.
also. So I think that's my opinion on gender entitlement.
Okay, now, there are certain people who look at gender entitlement, from the negative angle. Like, I am glad that people are saying, I'm entitled to your care, I'm entitled to certain things which are supposed to be like basic. But on the other hand, there are people who feel entitled to certain things, like it's my thing and it has to be my thing and it has nothing to do with you. So I'm wondering what brings about gender entitlement in a relationship where somebody will start feeling like this has to be me and that has to be you.
I feel the thing that brings about gender entitlement is mostly gender role in the society.
All right.
Okay, so let me explain. Let's
Yeah.
see it like this. A boy that grew up in a household where only females work, clean his house, that kind of idea. And then he grows up with that mentality and he expects his girlfriend his
girlfriend is appropriate, yeah.
So he expects his girlfriend to always clean his house, cook for him. I think that brings about gender entitlement.
Okay, let's hear from you, Elizabeth.
Well, I feel like what brings about gender entitlement in a relationship could be one, home training, because like she said, where the boy grows with just only girls, and then when he grows up he feels that he's the head, so he's in control. He makes the decision, he calls his shots, he calls out to whatever he wants to, he wants it his own way. So I feel like that's one of the things that brings about gender entitlement in a relationship. And then another thing could be ego, because the guy would want to feel that he's in charge. He doesn't want to feel less of himself. He doesn't want the woman to make him feel like he's the weaker person, or just because he's a man he wants to be in charge. So
but let's look at it from the other angle. What if a guy is from a home where the woman does the cooking and then the guys are the ones who go to the farm? You know, a lady could also feel entitled to the fact that I don't have to do the hard work. I don't have to go dig the well. I don't have to go cut the grass. I could just deal with a simple, sweeping of the house. Because the reason I raise this question is you guys are talking definitely from the female perspective, and looking at the guys like they are mostly the ones who feel entitled.
Right.
So
Yeah, I know that females, we also feel entitled. Okay. Another thing that I want to mention are, insecurities. This is mostly for the ladies.
Okay.
A lady can feel, okay, she is entitled to your personal space. She always says, don't post this, girl. Don't do this. Don't do that because it doesn't suit me. I think that's really, that's not.
Oh, so because I have a girlfriend, I can't even post another girl's picture who is my
There might
friend.
even be a condition.
Okay.
There might even be a condition where she's like, don't post this, don't post it. Only post when it's birthday or special occasion. That makes her feel like, or she's insecure about it, and she wants it that way. Some ladies feel entitled to their partner's personal space. They want to know. They want to, okay, what's going on? What are you doing? Why are you posting this? Or why did you text her? Why did you comment? Why did you like that kind of thing?
When she doesn't even have the right
to.
But is that actually wrong?
There is a part when the female intuition comes in. Let's say she feels a certain way and she'll be like, okay, I want to check your phone. I want to see your messages. I want to go through, but that's a different case. But I'm talking generally.
All right.
Ladies, most times they want to know about you. They want to know what.
And they're just entitled to knowing.
Yeah, they feel entitled to know.
Do you think it's wrong to feel entitled to certain things when you're in a relationship?
Well, I feel it's, for me as a lady, I don't think it's wrong because you're my partner, and I want to know what's going on with you. I want to know, okay, why are you texting her? Okay, why are you posting her? Because it could get to me easily. It might not get to my partner easily. I might see it and I'm triggered, that kind of thing. And then if it's him, he won't really see it as a problem. But for me as a lady, and I know that I get easily triggered by this kind of thing, I feel like I'm entitled to know what you're doing. I'm entitled to your space. Exactly, I'm entitled to your space. So
this is pretty sensitive because I'm beginning to look at the fact that ladies expect certain things from guys, and then we have to understand that ladies do expect this, and then we have to oblige them. However, why is it always difficult to understand with a guy when he feels entitled? Like, I'm the guy, come on, I can't go to the kitchen and cook. You should go do the cooking for me. So why is that a problem? If I can oblige you, you tell me, you don't have to post her, and then I say, oh no, I'm not going to post her. And then I want you to do the cooking for me. And then you're telling me, oh, come on, you don't have to feel entitled. Why is that a problem?
The question is, must she do the cooking always? Can there be a help? Can there be a support? Because we are partners, we are dating. So I feel I should need help. I don't have to do the work all the time. You need to support me, you need to help me. So,
even without that, how about we just change the narrative and be like, no entitlement, let's just do it together.
Yes, working together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could also work together by saying, I'm posting this friend of mine who's a girl. I'm posting her picture today.
I will join and post a boy.
Yeah.
Well, would that go well eventually at the end of the day?
At least the both of us did it. We are settled. We are okay.
Yeah,
so I don't think there should be.
Also, I feel this boils down to you understanding your partner.
Okay.
I feel it boils down to understanding your partner. Just because I believe that all relationships are different. What works for this person might not be working for you.
Yeah.
If this works for me, we're fine. If this doesn't work for another person, they can figure out what works for them and they'll be fine too.
But how does gender entitlement affect a relationship?
It affects the trust of the relationship. It affects the growth of the relationship.
Okay.
When you're in a relationship, it is expected that you guys grow. But that constant demand from your significant other, that it tends to make the relationship shaky and a little bit toxic, and you now start to look at the person in a different type of light.
And
Yeah.
and it tends to create doubt.
Okay.
Yeah.
It tends to create doubts, lack of trust. There's no communication between you two. So that can actually affect the relationship. That can cause damage. Let me use
How
the
does
word.
it create doubt? Let me understand that.
Okay, let me give an instance where your partner is not communicating with you properly, or is trying to hide something from you, or is trying to not even that, not trying to hide something from you, but doing some things that your significant person cannot understand or is being triggered, and then you want to invade the person's space. You want to know what's going on. Why are you doing this? And then, is he doing this? That those doubts begin to come in, and why is he doing this? Does he like me, or he doesn't like me, or I just want to leave, or I'm tired, or that toxic trait begins to come in, and some things just begin to create up in your head, questions upon questions, and also.
Yeah, and most times it can be overbearing. Like you just sometimes it's just it
could be tiring.
It could be tiring, right?
Yeah.
So you're trying to say gender entitlement does affect relationships.
Yes,
it does.
it
And
does.
now, does it really affect a relationship adversely that nothing can be done about it?
Okay, I was told that everything has a resolution.
Okay.
But this still actually boils down to what I said earlier about understanding your partner. You understand? About understanding your partner. If you guys can come together and sit and you open up and be like, I don't like how you are entitled to my personal space, how you are entitled to me always doing the work, how you are entitled, I don't like it. You guys can come up with a solution. You guys can work on it.
Okay. So it's not like it's something that can actually be undone. It's something that if you put in the right steps, you can actually get it corrected.
Yes. But you know how life is totally unpredictable. I'm not going to deny that.
Okay.
So if the person is still being entitled, is still I can advise you to just leave the relationship.
Well, I feel like there could be a solution to it. Like there has to be a good communication between you two. We both have to communicate. We both have to
What I'm trying to get now, is it like something that can destroy the relationship?
Yes, if not taken care of.
If not taken care of, it could destroy the.
Okay. Now, let me give this scenario. I go out with you maybe at night, and then there is a looming danger somehow around. Would you expect that I should be the one to protect you at that point in time?
Yes.
Why? Why do you feel I don't need protection myself?
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Okay.
But also, we females, we can protect you. We can protect you. Okay, now let's change this narrative.
Okay.
Okay, let's say we go out on a date, and then the bartender or the waitress comes and start being unnecessarily rude to you.
Okay.
Me as a lady, also it depends on the type of person you are.
Okay.
That's why before you enter any relationship, you have to know have to study your partner, know how your partner is. If you're kind of laid back, I will talk and I will defend you and put the person in her place. So I feel that scenario you gave earlier about protection, it basically depends on if you are capable of protecting.
But do I have to expect that you will stand up for me at that time? That is where we draw the line now. Do I have to expect that the waitress is talking to me and then I turn to look at you like, baby, you should.
You don't need to expect
But
it.
so in a situation where we go out and then that danger comes and you're like, oh my God, behind me. I mean, I'm supposed to do, oh my God, behind you as well. But then you tell me you're the guy. So what I'm trying to bring up here, isn't there a time that we can actually understand that there is gender entitlement?
At that point, people, let me use that, the society has seen women as the weaker version,
Weaker vessels,
rather, as the weaker vessels. And then they don't expect the women or the ladies or the girl to be protecting the man or to be protecting the guy. Or let me give an instance, like you said, there's a danger out there and I am scared.
Okay.
I can't if I'm scared, how would you expect me to protect the man? If I'm scared, how do you expect me to protect the guy that I'm with? It's not going to happen because basically myself, I'm afraid, so I can't go there. So I expect you as the guy. I feel like I'm entitled to your protection.
protected.
Yes, being protected. So I expect you as the guy to protect me.
Well, if you're out there, you're watching Hot Button, and what we are discussing right now is gender entitlement in a relationship. Now, gender entitlement, to me, I would say, is not something that is totally wrong if there is an understanding from both ways.
Okay.
Now, the question is, we're born together, we ate the same food growing up. Why do you think I should have more strength than you to protect? But biology and nature has built us in such a way that sometimes the men could be much more physically able to do certain things that women would not do, probably because of the way their bodies are organized, naturally speaking. Okay, but when there is understanding, as a guy, I should know that to lift this stuff, I might probably do it more comfortably than the girl. To get this thing done, this girl may comfortably do it more than I will do it. So there has to be that level of understanding. Now the problem is, where there is no level of understanding, that is where people begin to even point out the fact that this person is feeling entitled or not entitled. You get what I say?
Yeah.
Now that brings me to the question. What are the things that we see? What are those things that we see? And then at the back of our mind, it begins to play like, this person is beginning to feel entitled in a relationship.
Things that I will see that will make me feel okay, my significant other is being entitled.
Yes.
Okay, is if he starts demanding something from me. Okay, how let me place it like this. We're together in his house and he'd be like, go and cook for me. In my head I'm like, and let's not even say, let's say, okay, it's something that's been happening every time. Every time we're together, Zina, go and cook for me. Zina, I have some clothes, go and wash it.
Or he comes and he says, Zina, it's 12 o'clock. Which means that's food.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. That means, in my head, it's obviously play that, no, this guy is feeling entitled. This guy is feeling entitled to the fact that I'm supposed to be babying him when he can actually do it himself.
Okay.
In my own opinion, what I can see is that he might be showing the traits of being in charge, showing that ego, or being demanding, like she said, or trying to invade my space, or trying to order me around when we are supposed to be doing things together instead of me doing it alone and not getting any help from him. So that's what I feel.
So is it wrong when he tells you, it's 12 o'clock, go and cook?
Yes, it's wrong.
Wrong. Very
wrong. What
wrong.
makes it wrong? Is it the way he says it, or the fact that, okay, you have to cook for him?
Both.
Okay, let me understand that.
The way he says it is very important. Yeah, the way he says it, because his attitude will portray his expression and every.
So I'm still going to come back to that question that you asked.
Okay.
But you tell me from your male point of view. For instance, we're in a relationship and you can drive.
Okay.
Let's use that. You can drive. And let's say you're the person that is like, let's say as we started the relationship, you were willing to always take me out.
Okay.
Let's say every Friday for dance lessons or something. And then I now started becoming entitled. I'd be like, it's 12 o'clock. It's time to go. It's 12 o'clock. How would you feel?
Well, if I have made it
Everything.
If I've made it like a point of duty to do that, personally speaking, I wouldn't find that offensive in any way. But how about a situation like this? You are in my house and then a rat comes around and you jump on the seat and like, oh babe, there's a rat. Should I be angry at the fact that you did that?
No.
No. Really? No.
If you look at it, there are certain things that most times it's more like a reflex, thought of, hey, babe, it's 12 o'clock. Like you've been doing the cooking, so go do it. And then I see a rat, I don't have to like run away because I feel, oh, a girl is here. If I see a rat, I know the first thing is going to scare you. And then I have to kill it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Something just came to my mind now. You were like, if something about me continue, like I've started cooking, so is it every time that you're always going to see a rat? No, it's not.
Okay.
So I don't feel it is every time that he should want me to be
cooking. Exactly.
It doesn't have to be all the time.
Yes. At
Okay.
least he should do something.
Or maybe sometimes he could even make an effort and then you're like, don't worry, I'll
Yes.
take care of it.
That's
That is
it.
much more
Yes.
understanding.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
appropriate.
And then even if I see like a cockroach or something, I don't have to wait for the lady to like jump off the seat before killing it. So with that, if we all understand the fact that okay, there are certain times this person expects so thing from me, let me make a little effort so that the person feels like, hey, we are in this together. Now, let's resolve it. If you have someone who you feel, okay, this person feels entitled to certain rights, how do we manage it so that we can, resolve it and not harm the relationship?
Communication.
Okay.
You talk to them.
I want to know how you do the talking.
Okay, so the example that I brought,
Okay.
and when I spoke about will I say the cooking, I can just meet you and be like the pet name that I call.
Okay.
Like,
Sweetheart.
Sweetie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe rub your head a little.
Okay.
I'll be like, I honestly don't like how you always want me to be cooking and just bring it out to him. I don't like how you want me to be cooking. How about we do it this way? This particular time I cook, and this particular time you can make an effort to cook, or we can just go out to eat, come back. I think that's a very nice way to go about it.
Okay. Let me hear from you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, so you can also pave way for maturity,
Okay.
because both of us are adults, so we should understand each other. We should understand that, oh, this should work out for us. This should work out. Okay, I communicate with you properly. I try to explain to you why I can't do this, because it could be stressing, it could be tiring, and what if I decide to fall sick because of that?
Okay.
And then I expect there should be understanding between both partners. So like the both of them should be able to understand each other. Like Zina said, you could go out and eat out if you don't want to cook, if you don't want your partner to keep doing the cooking, if you don't want your partner to keep doing the cleaning and the laundry, you could just go out, and you could even find someone and get to do your laundry for you. You don't expect your partner to keep doing that for you. So I feel communication is important, paving way for maturity, and then understanding each other.
So it all boils down to the attitude around it, which means we all agree here that there is a sense of gender entitlement somewhere at the back of everybody's heads, be it male or female.
Yeah.
But it is the approach that either brings it to the fore, where the other partner will start feeling like, I'm being demeaned here, or I'm being seen like this is your duty or something that you have to do. So it is the manner. But if we want to have an understanding, we must, look at what the Bible says about this kind of situation. And we're looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 12. And it says, for as a woman was made from man, so man is now born of woman. And all things are what? From God. Now, let me break that reading down. As a woman was made from a man, so man is now born of a woman, which means there is a cycle. This thing has come from you, it has come to me, it is going back to you. So which means we must all look at one another as equal in the sight of God.
Yes.
Today, you were formed from me. Tomorrow, you will give birth to me. In all, if I expect this from you today, you may expect this from me tomorrow. If I don't expect this from you today, I will not expect this from you tomorrow. So there has to be that understanding, knowing that we can all depend on each other and not feel wholly entitled to certain things. So I must understand your weaknesses. I must understand your weaknesses. You must understand my weaknesses. And then we can marry it together and then have one whole strength and lead the relationship into, the right direction. Because truth be told, everybody has that sense of gender entitlement within their brains. But if you understand how a relationship should run, you will not be expecting so much from your partner. But we can hold each other's hands and do the things that we need to do to make sure our relationships run the way they should. And we must all be ready to carry our duties as if we are the other gender. With that, there will be that understanding and we'll have a very smooth running relationship. It is on that note that we draw up the curtain today on the program Hot Button. We do hope you stay with us until we come your way again next time. God bless you.